Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Hobart's congestion crisis is set to be tackled by all tiers of government following a multi-million-dollar funding announcement as part of the Hobart City deal. The Bridgewater Bridge and the Northern Suburbs Transport Corridor all on the agenda, but Labor claims it's a farce which has already been revealed.
Stuck in traffic, an issue that grinds everyone's gears. So much so, all tiers of government are opening the checkbooks to fix it.
Today is congestion busting day.
$730 million from councils and the state and federal governments is being put forward to tackle traffic congestion in Tasmania's south. It's part of the 10-year Hobart City deal and includes the previously announced $461 million for the Bridgewater Bridge replacement.
The other elements, though, from the federal perspective is an additional $25 million, which will go towards the northern corridor here.
While for years there's been calls for a light railway in the northern suburbs, there's no commitment to that just yet.
Shows a great commitment to delivering on a transport solution that's not only efficient and effective but sustainable into the future.
We've had over 800 days now since it was first announced. And what we get is a measly $25 million for traffic congestion.
As part of the deal, the Hobart Transit Centre is to be progressed and dealing with traffic flow in two of the city's busiest streets, Macquarie and Davey. Congestion and infrastructure in Kingston also on the agenda, with $20 million from the state government.
And that money will be specifically targeted with that growing area of population and the transport needs that they have.
The Prime Minister will be in town tomorrow to officially sign off on the Hobart City deal.
When the Prime Minister comes to town tomorrow, he's going to need to have a lot more money in his back pocket for Tasmania.
It's going to be a magnificent city deal, and I think that people in Tasmania will be very proud of it.
Louise Hedger, 7 Tasmania News.
Controversial Queensland Senator Fraser Anning says he has the support of Tasmanian voters and will campaign hard in the lead up to the federal election. Senator Anning has recently been labelled a racist and criticised for using the term final solution in his first speech to the Senate.
We think Tasmania is a good place to have a couple of candidates. They've got all sorts of, or you've got problems down here, I guess, with immigration. I stand for controlling immigration.
The whole concept that, you know, we need to retake back Australia is just ridiculous. I mean, we were literally founded on a multicultural society.
The state government says it doesn't welcome the policies of those who preach extreme or divisive views. Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's the race that stops Evandale, and this year's Penny Farthing Championships have lived up to legacy. Mainlanders might have stolen the bragging rights, but the town is still winning when it comes to the country's best contest on big wheels.
Pedalling straight out of the history books. The first hurdle of the Penny Farthing Championships is to make it to your seat. Then it's claw your way in front of the Mad Mile that wraps around Evandale. Don't let the novelty fool you. Winning is serious business, and Melbourne's Tim Nash has tried 4 times to take today's honours.
A bit tired after that. That was fast and furious. We were sliding through those top corners up there and really going for it.
There's tough competition in the ladies' line. Sydney's Lizanne Fox smiling over the finish line. And if you have a penny for your thoughts...
Do it. Like, these bikes, they were designed for speed, they were designed for distance. And yeah, there's plenty around and people are more than happy to lend you a bike to get started. So if you want to have fun, pennies, it's like riding a bike.
You're just as likely to work up a thirst.
So who's got the beer?
Today isn't just about who's the fastest behind the big wheel, it's also about winning the fashion stakes. When it comes to penny farthings, Lycra is out. What's in? Well, that's hard to say.
I'm just a lad from the turn of the century.
I think everyone should dress this way.
Could you wear this going to the shops?
I do. Guilty. And I'm well known for doing so.
Not exactly practical, is it?
No, definitely not. You should see us trying to go to the bathroom in these things.
Evandale's reputation as the penny farthing capital still endures after 37 years. There's still plenty of life and legacy left in these old bikes. Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
A Tasmanian children's home is celebrating 150 years of supporting some of our youngest and most vulnerable individuals through foster care. Kennelly today hosting a children's festival on Hobart's waterfront to thank all those who support the organisation.
We have some great foster carers. We have about 80 on our books at the moment, but we need more. We need you to open your hearts and homes, Tassie. We need your help now.
To be a good foster carer, you just really need to have a big heart and a welcoming home. That's all we really need.
For more information on how to become a foster carer, visit Kennelly Kids online. The Tasmanian Theatre Awards are almost underway, with hundreds turning out tonight to celebrate our statewide theatre industry. 300 people are expected to attend Rest Point, including actor Robin Nevin, who's been in the industry for more than 60 years.
It's a form of self-expression, and storytellers, writers can say things that we as individuals are often incapable of saying or expressing ourselves.
It gives so much opportunity for young people and for older people and for anyone in the community to just come together and create a community and create a new family.
Performances will be held throughout the evening. Women battling breast cancer and those who have survived it have come together today in Launceston, discovering ways to support each other and digest the latest medical information. Former Olympian Raylene Boyle was among the speakers, helping women navigate the path through cancer.
It's a very big day, and a lot of women walk away with a totally different attitude to the days ahead.
Meanwhile, a group hoping to establish breast cancer retreats has also put out a call to arms.
We've got retreats all around Australia, every state except for Tasmania, so we're here on the hunt for a retreat here.
It's estimated more than 19,000 Australians will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year.
The Tasmanian Tigers were none for 16 at Stumps a short time ago after bowling South Australia all out within the opening day of their Sheffield Shield clash in Adelaide. The Tigers' attack came out firing before the Redbacks' bottom order provided some resistance. After a shaky end to his Hurricanes campaign, young quick Riley Meredith came out with a point to prove, dismissing Jake Weatherold on one. Jackson Bird also on song early, removing another of the Redbacks' danger men soon after. Travis Head set about steadying things, but it wouldn't prove an easy task as the rest of the order continued to crumble around him. Bird claiming his second scalp for the day in Callum Ferguson, with Tom Cooper lasting just 8 balls as the paceman made it 3. Head's run coming to an end on 50, seeing the Redbacks in serious strife. And with Aussie Test captain Tim Payne taking the job behind the stumps, the Tigers skipper had a rare chance to roll the arm, and he made the most of it. Joe Mennie and Chad Sayers providing some resistance at the bottom of the order, with the late Redbacks resurgence seeing them along to a 257-run first innings total before Bird claimed the final scalp. Meanwhile, Kingborough were far too good for University in today's Kookaburra Cup Women's Final at Blunston Arena. After bowling University all out for 150, the Knights didn't lose a wicket in a dominant display with the bat. Bonnie Davies and Brooke Hepburn chasing down the total with more than 16 overs to spare. It was a one-sided affair in today's Tasmanian Tiger Bowl, the state's version of the Super Bowl, with Hobart-based side the Knights taking home their 4th league title against the Northwest Raiders. The home side was never in doubt in their 5th straight Tiger Bowl appearance, closing out the game 20 points to 8, with Knights quarterback Luke Chamberlain named MVP.
Good evening, welcome back. 17 degrees today in Hobart. Launceston had the state's top with 26, 21 in Burnie and 22 degrees in Devonport. 24 was the top for Low Head, Scottsdale and Sheffield, as well as King Island. 23 at Cressy, Strawn and Ouse. 22 on Flinders Island and Fingal. 21 for Wynyard, with 18 degrees for Campania. Patchy cloud visible on the charts over the south and the east mostly, with clear skies elsewhere. Cloud visible spiralling around ex-tropical cyclone Oma just east of Brisbane, and onshore airstream pushing low cloud over New South Wales with high cloud over southern WA and convective cloud through the north. Clear skies elsewhere. A high will move to the east of the state, extending a ridge over the state tomorrow. Several troughs are scattered throughout the mainland. Southeast to northeasterly winds 10 to 20 knots, increasing 20 to 30 about the northwest and the southeast, with seas mostly between 1 and 2 metres. There is a strong wind warning, however, current for northwestern and eastern coastal waters. Onto the forecast. Sunny in the south tomorrow, 27 in Hobart, 28 in Richmond, Ouse 31, 26 in Launceston, 21 in Devonport, Deloraine 23, mostly sunny conditions there with a few clouds about. 21 in Burnie, 24 and sunny for Strawn with 22 at Curry, with a sunny 21 at St Helens, 25 for Swansea and clouds clearing for Whitemark, 22. And the UV is still very high around Tasmania. Fine and partly cloudy conditions in the north on Monday, pretty fine elsewhere. Showers in the west, the south and the east, contracting to the north later on Tuesday, with showers in the northwest and central north on Wednesday. They're expected to clear a little later on, but mostly fine conditions elsewhere. Around Australia, cloudy and 29 in Perth, sunny and 37 for Adelaide, 32 in Melbourne, 25 in Canberra and Sydney, with 30 for Brisbane and Cairns. It's still quite a nice sunny evening. Rach, 16 degrees in Hobart, Launceston 21 and 18 in Devonport. Back to you, thanks.
Thank you for that, Sam. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Oh,